Hey guys.
Hey guys. So we were just in a crazy windstorm, so we're now all bunkered up in here in the truck camper with the there's the baby's actually handled it the best. So we got the popped down.
Yeah.
Because, so we're sitting there this morning, beautiful sunshine. I was basically sunbathing and enjoying that it was hot. And I saw some clouds coming over the mountains, and we're like, all right, well, probably get, a little storm or something, I don't know. And next thing you know...
Yeah, we saw it was supposed to be windy today, and we're like, yeah, it's actually pretty nice. The sky was blue, and we're like,
oh.
All right, sitting outside, and we had our blanket out and our chair and everything, and we're reading, and it started getting a little cloudy, and so they kind of headed in, and I was sitting there like, I'll start picking up stuff in a second, and
didn't have time.
then they're like, I finally got to a good stopping point in the book, and I started putting stuff away, and all of a sudden, like, this huge gust of sand, like, hits you in the face, and you're like, because we were, like, on top of a plateau, so they're, like, just over it, so the wind was, like, really ripping there, and so me and Ohana were sitting outside, and I was like, threw him in.
Threw the baby in.
And so I, like, grabbed our blanket and everything, I just threw it in the front of the truck. And so then I'm like, well, our top was up, so we're like, well, we got to get this thing down.
Yeah.
Which is literally, like, the worst part about probably having a truck camper is if it's super windy and you have to put it down. Because, like, this part that actually is the collapsible part has to be tucked inside the truck. Yeah. And when it's super windy, it blows it out. So I was, like, running around the outside trying to push all the sides in. And then at the same time, you have to have the back door open in order so you don't have the suction. Yeah, so it actually, otherwise you can't crank it down. So you have to have something open to let the air through. So we're just like
fighting it, and the wind's just like.
I couldn't see anything, and then I couldn't hear her yelling from the inside. So she's like, "Well, get this side." I'm like running around.
So anyway,
we ended up finally getting it latched at least, and then we got in the back and I took a breath and we're like, and then the whole camper's rocking, and we're like,
we better get off the mountain. So then we went for a ride, and now we're
down the road a little bit, and it's
still windy, but not anything like it was. It's not gusting as bad. So you can I don't know if you can see
we're scared.
You can see the storm over there in the mountains.
We're like scared to put the topper back up, so we're just
we're gonna play it safe for now.
We're just all hunking down in here. So
we made that video not long ago about spring on the road and how it's, I think I called it like bipolar or whatever, just personality. The weather is just back and forth, and this is kind of, normally we stay in good weather, but spring's usually the one that gets us with something, because
wind is like the only thing that we can't obviously predict really well, because it's like, it depends on exactly where you're at, and if you're out in the middle of nowhere, you don't get weather there, so you have no idea, and wind is a variable, and then it depends on if you're canyon or where you're at. So
wind kind of sucked in the Escape too, because we had the topper on, and actually we had our topper rip off in wind, which was in Arizona. Yeah. And I had a couple windy events with the Escape was like rocking, and I was like, get up, we're gonna die. But we survived that. Yeah. So I don't know what's worse, the Escape or the pop-up.
The Escape you at least get in and drive away, but this was like
kind of
just stressful, just trying to get down. And it was just more a pain in the ass because of the sand. So I couldn't really see what I was doing because I was like getting pelted with sand. So my eyes are
blasted.
So
you're exfoliated.
If it wasn't for that, it wouldn't have been as terrible. But
so that was crazy. But that's spring, and that's pop-up camper truck life on the road or whatever.
Yeah, that's why we didn't want to get anything bigger, because this thing was already rocking. So
that's what we were thinking.
If this thing wouldn't have been like attached to the truck, we would have been flipped over for sure.
Yeah, it was a good gust. I don't know what it was. I mean, probably 40, 50 mile an hour gust. It was insane. I thought, like, I've never been in a full-on tornado, but it was just, it was going crazy. We've been in one other kind of windstorm in when we were in
Texas.
Big Bend in Texas, twice. The wind was crazy there.
They were like 70 miles an hour. We didn't even try to pop it up. We're like, it's not even worth it. So we slept with it down.
Yeah.
So
anyway,
we'll see what happens tonight.
Just wanted to let you know
Yeah.
how that's going, and we're all just gonna cuddle, I guess.
Yeah, we're doing good.
All right.
He doesn't even know what's going on.
No, the baby was like the best one. He was just like snoozing and like, wake me up when it's over.
I don't want to go inside. He doesn't like being inside, but he's got to take a nap anyways.
True
he's
adventure
tired.
dog.
Yep. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.